Everybody, this is your main man Keith here from Keith Plays PS4 927. Happy Saturday morning to all my awesome viewers on this awesome channel. We are in week 10 of our London Bulldogs franchise, and we are battling off against the Pittsburgh Steelers, who are also 7-1 on the year. But there can only be one winner in today's episode, and that team will go 8-1 on the regular season. So our only loss of the year was against the Philadelphia Eagles in London, and last week we had a bye week, and we beat the Cleveland Browns in a domed stadium last episode, which I will have the link to the video if you guys want to check that episode out. So, without further ado, we'll see you at kickoff.
Today, from London, England, it's the NFL International Series on EA Sports.
So it's Ben Roethlisberger battling off against his former team, probably rejoicing his former teammates back in Pittsburgh. But they got Dwayne Haskins as their QB.
Roethlisberger and the London Bulldogs taking on Dwayne Haskins and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is kickoff time here in Wembley Stadium in London. The Pittsburgh Steelers are ready to kick this one off, and Jalen Carter is actually ready to return this one, and he's going to get stopped there at the 28-yard line. So that's going to be a first down and 10. We do get to see Ben Roethlisberger with 8 touchdowns on the season, so that's not bad. I mean, he hasn't thrown a single interception this season, which is really good, and that's what we need to see from him. Roethlisberger steps back to pass. He fires this one out to Larry Fitzgerald, so that he does not get stopped at all. Nobody stops him. He's still on his feet. He gets it into the end zone for the first touchdown of the game for the London Bulldogs. So that's 750 receiving yards for Fitzgerald this season. And we have almost 1,800 offensive yards this season. So that's very impressive to see there. We probably could have at least 5,000 by the end of the season. Alright, now Dwayne Haskins steps onto the field for the first time in this episode, the Ohio State product, who got drafted by the Washington Redskins back in 2019. So he's going to hand this one off to James Conner, and he does not lose nor gain any yards on that play. So that's a 2nd and 10 for Pittsburgh. So they're going to hand this off to James Conner again. He does gain about a yard on that play. So that's going to be a 3rd and 9 now here for Pittsburgh. And they're trying to move the chains here. They want to get that first down. They don't want to give it up on 4th down. And they're going to have to because Chase Young makes the sack there. So this will be our first sack defensively for the Bulldogs in this episode. So we're ready to return the punt now here for the Bulldogs. So they're going to punt this out, and London is ready to return. So Larry Fitzgerald, he's still on his feet whatsoever. He does get stopped though at the 46, so that does in fact be a first down. And we're going to use some inside zone featuring Melvin Gordon III, the former San Diego Chargers running back. Uses that juke move, and he runs for it, and he gets this into the end zone for a touchdown. So 1,000 rushing yards, and we have almost 1,800 passing yards this season. So this is going to be pretty good. We're off to a good start. We're 7-1, hoping to go 8-1. So Bulldogs lead at 14-0. Alright, now 1st down and 10 from the 35-yard line here in London. James Conner runs the ball, and he gets stopped there at the 38 for a gain of 3 yards. So that's going to be a 2nd and 7 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So they're going to hand this one off to James Conner. He does lose quite a bit of yardage, at least 3 there on that play. So that's going to be 3rd and 10 now here for Pittsburgh. So London, they want to play some strategic defense. We're blitzing here, and we actually do get an interception. So Terrell Suggs, he's used to the Pittsburgh Steelers, played for the Ravens for 15 seasons, and he gets a pick 6 there. Gets a 40-yard return for a touchdown. Our way, Dwayne Haskins gets his 6th INT of the season as he throws this one to Terrell Suggs, and he gets it easily into the end zone. So that's going to be a 21-0 lead for London, and we're going to take a break. We'll see you guys in the second quarter. All right, Cam Wake makes this fumble recovery there, and he scores this one for a touchdown. So he returns us. He knocks the ball out of the possession of Dwayne Haskins, of I think one of the running backs. So Cameron Wake makes the recovery. He gets this into the end zone. That's a touchdown. We're going to do a 2-point conversion. And I actually forgot to film it because we were still on break. And we'll see you guys in the second quarter. All right, now 2nd down and 10. Beginning of the second quarter, by the way, here in London. So Dwayne Haskins, he's going to fire this one out to James Conner. And that's going to be a 1st down for the Steelers. So Pittsburgh, they want to move the chains here. They don't want to get trailed by 29 points like they did in the first quarter. So they don't want to lose a whole lot of yardage. So they don't want to end up trailing by a whole lot, because we scored a ton of points actually. And we are one of the best ranked defenses in this league. So the defense has taken credit for some of the touchdowns. So Jawan Bentley makes that sack there. So that's a 2nd and 15 now for Pittsburgh, as they lost about 5 yards on that play. So good sack there by Jawan Bentley. So he is going to fire this one, and that is an incompletion. Could have been an interception though. That would have been nice for the Bulldogs defense, and we could have had another pick 6 if we really ran it out that way. And they throw this pass. It's incomplete. So this will be a 4th down and 15 from the 27. So I'm pretty sure they're going to make it from this far. I'm pretty sure they will. So they kick it. It's good. So it's now 29-3 here in London. So we'll see you guys at kickoff. All right, now it is kickoff time here at Wembley Stadium in London. So Jalen Carter, he is ready to return this one. And he gets stopped, though, at the 26. So we're at the 26-yard line. And there's 2:12 to go in the first half. So we're going to use a quick slants route here. I have to tap my camera because it's kind of blurry. I don't like blurriness on my camera because it's harder to see of what I'm doing. So Ben Roethlisberger, he is going to fire this one out. He's going to throw this to Preston Williams. Uses that nice juke move and gets stopped at the 48. All right, now 2nd and 5. Ben Roethlisberger steps back to pass. He's going to fire this one out deep to Sterling Shepard, but that's going to be an incompletion there. So that will be a 3rd and 5. So Roethlisberger, he is going to fire this one out. He's going to throw this all the way deep to Sterling Shepard. He gets that touchdown. It's now 36-3. All right, now 1st down and 10 from the 26-yard line here in London. So Dwayne Haskins, he's going to fire this one out to Eric Ebron. He gets stopped there at the 31. And there's about 1 minute left in the first half. And they throw this one, and they take that time out. So we're going to use some zone coverage here on 3rd and 5. And they throw that one. That's incomplete. So that's going to be a 4th and 5 now. So Larry Fitzgerald, he is ready to return the punt, actually. So Pittsburgh punts this away, and it goes out of bounds. And they'd have to say it's at the 17. And I'd kind of agree. And we're going to use the PA sprint halfback flat on first down and 10. And they're at the 17. And they're going to throw this one to Sterling Shepard. So he uses that juke move there. He gets stopped at the 45. 170 yards for Ben Roethlisberger. And we're going to use the curls pass play. And Roethlisberger, he's going to fire this one out to Sterling Shepard. End of first half. All right, first down and 10. Dwayne Haskins, he is ready to throw this football. And he's actually going to use the I form here. So he's going to hand this off to James Conner. So he has 7 rushes, 17 yards there. And that's going to be a 2nd and 9. We're going to blitz here on the defense. So they're at the 36. 3:30 to go in the third. And Dwayne Haskins, he throws that one. That's incomplete. So that's going to be a 3rd and 9 from the 36-yard line. So he throws this one. It's intercepted by Eddie Jackson. And he's going to return this one. And that's going to be a touchdown for the London Bulldogs. So that's a 33-yard return there. Haskins with 2 INTs on the day. Both returned for touchdowns. We'll see you guys when we're back on offense. We're going to take a break after this instant replay. So he didn't even notice that he was going to throw this interception. But Juju Smith-Schuster was looking away. He wasn't paying attention to the ball. And that's why Eddie Jackson claimed that INT and returned it for a touchdown. 43-3 is the score here in London. Okay, 2nd and 8 now for the Pittsburgh Steelers offense. So they are actually gonna throw the football. And Dwayne Haskins gets sacked there by Tony Jefferson. So we have 38 sacks defensively this season. We could have 50 by the end, but that's the goal. So we had 3 sacks in today's episode. And they're going to throw this one out to Deontay Johnson. And they will not make that first down. So that will be a 4th and 8 from the 48-yard line. Larry Fitzgerald will be ready to return the punt here for London. And London, they're way back at the 18-yard line. So we are going to actually throw the pass. We're using the I form pro X post pass play. And I like using the I form when I play the London Bulldogs because you get to have more simpler plays. And apparently somebody is injured for London. Or Pittsburgh, we don't know. But I am going to put in some Chris Conley, who is not related to the current Utah Jazz player, Mike Conley. They do have the same last name, but they are not related in one way or another. So they're going to throw this one to Conley. They get stopped there at the 24. 242 yards, so the clock's winding down pretty fast here. Preston Williams does have a bruised knee. He will return. And Devontae Parker, he should be able to return by next week, if at the latest. So we get the touchdown with Chris Conley. So that will be his first receiving touchdown of the game. And it's going to be 50-3 at Wembley Stadium. So we'll see you guys in the 4th quarter. All right, now 1st and goal. Roethlisberger fires this one out to Larry Fitzgerald. And he does claim a touchdown reception. And that, my friends, is going to be a 58-3 lead. Because we're going to actually run the ball with Frank Gore for a 2-point conversion. We should be able to get this in, and we do. All right, now 1st down and 10 now here for Pittsburgh. Dwayne Haskins fires this one out to the receiver, presumably Deontay Johnson. And that's going to be a 1st down. So we've only allowed 59 total yards for our defense. So this is crazy to see. Now Eric Ebron's about to get the 1st down there, and he does. So he was pretty close from getting that touchdown whatsoever. So they're going to think about using the zone coverage here on 1st and 10. Clock's winding down pretty fast. Pittsburgh is already in the red zone. So the Steelers, they want to get their first touchdown of the game. But they want to think about their game plan. They don't want to give up and let us win. So it's a game of football. It's about competition and the spotlight. So Dwayne Haskins, he gets sacked. The ball is stripped out. And apparently it is Darius Slay who made that nice fumble recovery there for London. And we have it at the 25. So we're going to take a small break. We'll see you guys after the 2-minute warning. Alright, during that small break, Chris Conley appeared to have been down and injured. We don't know what type of injury it is, but he should be able to return in this one. So Marvin Jones steps in as the receiver, and we are at the 9-yard line. So Roethlisberger ready to throw. It looks like he's going to fire this one out to Marvin Jones, but that's incomplete. He does have a bruised shoulder, though. Not too serious, but he should be able to return. That's what most players would do in this case if they had that small injury. And Marvin Jones does claim a touchdown reception, so this will be his 4th one on the season. We haven't been using him too much lately because the fact of the matter is that we have loads of receivers and we want to be that number one offense. So you can't use every single player almost every time. So Adam Vinatieri, we were going to fake it to get a 2-point conversion, but that failed. So Pittsburgh has the ball. All right, now 2nd and 8 now from the 32. Pittsburgh, they're trying to fire this one out, and they do get that first down. And Kelvin Dotson of Pittsburgh is appeared to have been down and injured, so that's going to be a 1st and 10 from the 43. 1:07 to go in the 4th here in London. So Terrell Suggs appears to have been down and injured, who actually did claim a pick 6 earlier this episode at the beginning, towards the end of the first quarter is what I'd have to say. Towards the end of the first quarter, we don't know if he's going to be out for long or not. But 3rd and 10, Pittsburgh, they got 2 timeouts remaining, less than a minute to go in London. So they fire this one out. Jalen Ramsey actually claims this interception. And this is going to be a touchdown for the London Bulldogs. So this will be the 3rd pick 6 of the game for the London Bulldogs. So they're going to lead this one 72-3. And torn labrum, he cannot return in this episode. And you know what that means. He will be on IR. And that will not be good because he's one of our best defensive players. I mean, we can handle a few games without him. We still have a strong, consistent defense and all. And we'll see you guys at the end of the game. Okay, Ben Roethlisberger, 158.3 passer rating, 12 for 14, 334 yards, 5 touchdowns on the day. Dwayne Haskins whatsoever did throw 3 INTs. All of them were returned for touchdowns. 13 for 24. Not the greatest performance by Haskins today without any touchdowns. So, Melvin Gordon, 4 carries, 91 yards, 1 touchdown, 5 broken tackles on the day. Larry Fitzgerald, Marvin Jones, Chris Conley, and Sterling Shepard all claimed touchdown receptions in this one. This is like the greatest show on turf. Tony Jefferson, 2 sacks on the day. Chase Young with 1.5, 3.5 sacks, 4 sacks, 5, and 5.5 sacks in today's episode. Eddie Jackson, Terrell Suggs, and Jalen Ramsey all claimed pick 6s. It was Suggs who claimed it first, then Eddie Jackson, and then Jalen Ramsey in the 4th. However, Terrell Suggs left the game early with a torn labrum injury, and he will not be returning for the next few episodes. And I don't think there were any kickoff returns for touchdowns or anything. So that wraps it up. Thanks for watching. See you guys next episode. Have a great Saturday, everybody.